Good afternoon to you.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Oh boy, good afternoon to you. I don't know. Redundant. Let's see, from I think Harrisburg. Nope, we're gonna call it Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Pretty sure this is this is the exit here. Pretty sure. I think this is the exit. Is this the freaking exit? It's gotta be the exit. Yeah, this is the exit. Oh boy, yeah, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And let's see, happy Halloween too. Yep. So happy Halloween to you from Carlisle,
Turn
Pennsylvania.
left on unpaved road, then take the first left.
Yeah, so yeah, it's October 30th, 2020. And we got a current local time of, hang on, 4:32 in the afternoon, in the PM. And it should not be. It shouldn't be. Okay, what am I doing? I know there's a sharp curve coming up, Sheila, but I need to know. Yes, west. Turnpike, West 76. That's all I really need to know, I guess. Yep. Shouldn't be this late in the day here. And oh, by the way,
Take the ramp on the right to I-76 West toward Pittsburgh.
it's about 46 or 48 degrees, I guess. Something like that. Well, here I was just about to start gunning it, and I damn near forgot. I got little toll stuff that I need to work my way through here. Ay, ay, ay. So, man, I'm already tired, and I'm just getting started for the day. West to Pittsburgh. So I have another story to tell, imagine that. It's gonna have to kind of wait here for a minute, so I can.
Keep right to I-76 West.
All right. I don't know. You ever get that feeling like something up above just hates you, just has it in for you. Just like, you know what? You just don't like it. That's the way this trip is beginning to feel. Oh boy.
Continue on I-76.
So, this trip started off a particular way. I'm going to tell you in a second. And it was basically par for the course of the rest of the trip. So, last Sunday, right, a week from tomorrow ago, I show up to the yard. Actually, no, that's not true. I showed up there Saturday night. I went there and I slept there to be prepared for Sunday, right, to get an early start on Sunday. And when I showed up there, I did a little quick pre-trip on the trailer that I was going to be hauling, and lo and behold, one of the tires had a big old massive chunk bitten out of the sidewall. So I knew that was going to be an issue right away. Sent that information to the boss. He's like, "Yep, we're going to have to deal with that." So Sunday morning comes around, and first thing first, right off the beginning, off the top of this trip out here to Pennsylvania, we start off having to haul this trailer out to someplace and get this tire fixed, basically, right from the get-go. So that's tire number one. And then on the route out, on the road out here, of course, I had another tire blowout. Well, not another tire blowout. I had a blowout. The first one wasn't a blowout, but it would have blown out. We got it taken care of ahead of time. So I did. I had a blowout on a different tire over there in Ohio or whatever. And then had a coolant sensor go bad, and had the snow issues getting shut down, and then rain the whole way, and then wrecks hold me up, just all these just little delays. And that's probably not even everything what I just described. But so anyhow, so I make my delivery yesterday. Whatever. I think it was like, I forget what time I got out of there. I think I got there at like 11:30 a.m. and got out of there by like 4 or 5 or something like that. It's probably on a video, and I'm just not recollecting. But so then I got my new load information. Basically, right after that delivery, it's like, okay, you got another pickup 1:30 a.m. over at a FedEx over what was it called? Middletown or whatever. Okay, so I go over there, and so basically the way they do it over there is when you go in through the gate, and they have you call and check in, and the guy at the check-in tells you, okay, go drop your trailer and uncouple, go drop your trailer in this particular pad, H pad, right? And then go bobtail over and park, and we'll get it loaded for you. And when it's loaded, we'll bring it back to a different pad, and we'll call you. You come get your paperwork, and then you go. Okay. So, I uncouple the trailer, drop it off, go bobtail, go park bobtail, and basically went to sleep. And that was at like 1:30 or 2 a.m. And go to sleep, and then what time was it? 5:30 a.m. They call me. Okay, trailer's ready. You're good to go. You can come get your paperwork. All right. So I go get the paperwork, grab the trailer, and whereas I had been led to believe that I was going to be hauling a 20,000-pound load, which is light, relatively speaking, which would have been nice to go through all these mountains coming up into. It turns out it's a 36,000-pound load, which is, it makes a difference, So basically, whereas, and then basically my run was going to be like 2,200 miles out to Salt Lake City. I got 4 days to do it in, which means I got to do roughly, 525 miles a day, which is nice, easy, right? So, right up the top, the trailer's extra heavy, and it makes a difference going through these hills. All of a sudden, being in the, being able to be in that middle lane going up these hills and get around other trucks, now I'm going to be in the right lane, being with flashers on now, right? So, okay, so I get the trailer and I leave FedEx, and, with only 3.5 hours of sleep, I needed to get more sleep. So I go over to the nearest Petro on my route, which is like 20 miles up the road. And I pull into the Petro and find a parking spot. Most guys have probably, pretty well by that time in the morning had spent the night there and got back, started their days early. So I'm pulling in when people are pulling out to go to sleep. And so I do. I back into a spot and, go ahead and, knock out for another, 5 hours or whatever it is, just to kind of get myself a minimum of like 8, right, or 7, I think, or whatever. So I wake back up at 11 a.m. local time here, which is whatever, or maybe it was 10 a.m. because I remember looking at the clock and it said 7 a.m. California time, I think. 7:30. Yeah, it was 10:30. It was 10:30 local time. 7:30 California time. So I'm kind of like slowly getting my self together, and waking up and get some coffee in me, and whatever, and getting ready to get underway, start my day, go on duty, and I go do a walk around or actually I went to go do my pre-trip inspection on the engine, and I look back down the passenger side of the trailer, and I see a freaking tire just off the rim. I went, no freaking way, man. So I go walking back there, and sure enough, I had a flat, basically. And what happens is, the tire will come off the bead, right? And that's exactly what it was. The tire was just, off the bead. It wasn't sealed anymore, so it was just flapping, right? I'm just like, I can't freaking believe it, right? Tire number 3 on this trailer. So I, call the boss. You're not going to believe it. All right. Fortunately, I was at a Petro TA right there where I noticed it, and I hadn't gotten far. So, basically rolled on over there, got myself into the system, and they had a few trucks ahead of me, of course. So yeah, they pulled in, and turns out there was just a big, massive puncture in the tire there. And it just gone flat. Just a big, the guy, I told him, he goes, at first he's like, yeah, I recommend you get a new tire, because he saw some cracks in the tread. And I was like, yeah, we had noticed that back in California, but, we didn't feel like it was a safety issue. The tire was holding air. The tire got me all the way out here to Pennsylvania. But so, go ahead and inflate it, I asked him, and let's see if we can find out what's leaking, if there's a nail or what it is, or if it's one of those cracks. We want to know what it is. So he inflates it, and he didn't even have to dunk it. There's just this big, massive gush of air coming out of the near the sidewall in the tread, where a nail had just punctured right through it. And I said, so was there a nail in there that you had to pull out? And he's like, no, it was just I was basically right there when he was doing it. He's like, yeah, I inflated it, and it's just been pissing air, out this hole. I'm like, wow, there wasn't even a nail in there? Nope. Okay, well, I guess we got to get a new tire. So what it would seem that I would speculate what happened was, I dropped off that trailer in FedEx's lot. Their yard duty guys or yard jockey guys came and picked it up and drug it over to a dock and got it loaded, brought it back over there, and somewhere along the way there, they must have gotten a nail in it. And I don't know, maybe they must have gotten it and noticed, or I don't know. There was no nail in there, which is just weird. Like as if to say that somebody had pulled it out, actually, And so I don't know, but long story short, we had to get another tire. That's tire number 3. In a matter of 6 days. Day number 7 today. Crazy. And again, fortunately, it happened, was noticed there, right? That's instead of on the road, and that's exactly why we do pre-trip inspections. Because things, you park somewhere overnight, and you don't notice something at night because it's dark. When you get up and you begin to start your day, you do a pre-trip because you just, something may have happened, either while you were parked or, on your route to get someplace to park, and you just, unawares of it. So you do a pre-trip before you start your day, and that's exactly why. So, and we caught it exactly where we needed to catch it, and so that's great. The bad news is now it's 4:45 in the afternoon, and I'm just beginning my day. And yeah, I was actually really looking forward to doing this drive through Pennsylvania in the light of day, and getting some video of it and stuff. and just, not even just video of it. It's beautiful. I would love to see it, and so, well, as you can see, the sun's going to be setting within another hour or two. It's getting to be that time of year, so just, I don't know, it's pretty peculiar. Oh, so then, this is a good one too. Let's see, what do we got here? I'm gonna have to pass these guys, I guess, in the hammer lane here. They just want to live in that middle lane. So, in a previous video, I think I know that I had a, like, not a breakdown, but sort of, right, where this engine light had come on and it was doing an engine shutdown on me. And so it turned out that it was a coolant level sensor. And, like I said, it's all in that video from, earlier, a couple days ago. And so boss had sent me over to a Freightliner dealership that was open 24 hours a day to pick up a replacement part and to pick up some extra coolant. And so I did, and after being delayed as much as I had and being rainy outside and just wanting to get back on the road and get as many miles as I could because it was becoming a long day and all that kind of stuff, I'd already had a tire blowout, I'd already been stuck in a mess of traffic from accidents and rain and all kinds of nonsense. I went in to go pick up the part, and basically he had, gotten a big box for me with 3 gallons of coolant, and then put the part in it. It's just a small part. It's just a little sensor in this box for me. And so whatever, we did what we had to do and got it paid for. And he goes, here's the box. And I picked it up. He's like, oh, it's going to be heavy on one side because of all the coolant. Okay, no worries. I carved that box out, throw it in the front of the truck, and got underway. So just now, while we were getting this tire fixed, just now, and I'm sitting there going, well, I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs, I guess I'm looking at this box sitting there on the floor in the passenger seat's kind of in the way. It's not in the way. It's just, whatever. I'll go ahead and put these jugs of coolant, under the bunk and take a look at this here part. So there's the 3 gallons on one side, and there's this little box in there where the part should be. And it's got no information, no identification on this box at all. It's just a tiny little box. Little cardboard box, just completely unmarked, nothing on it. And I pick it up, and it's light, and I open it up, and there's nothing in it. So the guy, I don't know. I just don't understand, like, how could a guy who works in a parts department at a dealership, get a request over the phone to have a coolant sensor, and then go just, like, grab a box with no markings or identification on it, and then sell it to me. Like it has no markings on it, right? So how would you even know if it's a coolant sensor and a part number or anything, like anything? The only way you would know that it was a coolant sensor would be if it was in a box with a whole bunch of other coolant sensors and you picked it up, right? And opened it up to make sure there was a coolant sensor in there, and make sure the right part number was on there, because there's no part number on the box. So it's just like, this guy just gave me an empty box. It's amazing. This trip has just been nuts, absolutely nuts like that. So wow. It's been a big one. Yep. So, and here we go. We're going to start entering the mountains here, and I've got another heavy load to drag on up through here. So, needless to say, or maybe I do need to say it, it's 4:30, 4:45, 4:50 in the afternoon on a Saturday, Halloween. My day's just starting. I have 2,200 miles to go, and I'm beginning this trip through mountains. It's gonna be a long day, anyhow. So there you go. There's the story of that. And so I'm gonna wrap it up here. And I don't know. Hopefully, I'll see you somewhere on down the road. I kind of